what's up everyone? This is your boy Niraj here. I'm making this video to basically explain the Frenzy Barbarian from my perspective, more into detail. So I'm gonna go quickly through the items. As you can see here, I didn't augment all my items. I think it's highly recommended you do, but if you can't, it's not a train smash. But however, it helps you get through higher greater rifts and therefore pushing your legendary gems much higher. Okay, so basically you can see here, as you can see my items, it's chance for 90% area damage. I would love to get that to 20%, but yeah, so I really prefer to get vitality and resist all on some of my other items as best as possible. On this one you can see I've opt for more damage output, so basically more attack speed, crit chance and crit damage, instead of having toughness on this like resist or vitality, and again augmented this item. With this ring you'll see I'm still looking for an ancient, a proper ancient ring. However, I do have an ancient ring, but it doesn't have that legendary percentage that I'm looking for. So basically the gain 188% increased damage is basically what I'm looking for, but in ancient plus with a high crit chance and crit damage. So at the moment I'm still stuck with this ring. With the NGM sword, basically I've run my build exactly off of what Riker has explained in his videos. Basically I opt for this sword, as he mentioned. This sword will help you with cooldowns, as it does. So it helps me incredibly, so much so I can stay more into Wrath of Berserker. But at the moment, yeah, so this is really nice to have in Primal. Because all my stats are in max, and yeah, so it's definitely a win situation here. And then also with this sword I need that in Primal, so it gives me more damage and more stats, as it's preferable to have that extra bit of stats that helps you a bit along the way, especially if you're not a high Paragon level, such as myself. So and then you can see I can also go much higher with augmenting with this item. I'm really happy with the percentage there, 199% instead of a lower percentage, which is great for an ancient. For my boots, you can see there I've also augmented this one. I'm quite happy to get rid of the 12% movement speed and go more for armor, and make sure you get your resist all. Try to get resist all on many items as possible in this particular build. With my leggings, you'll see I've gone for frenzy damage, which is preferable more over resist all. I could have rolled for resist all, but here it really pushes you to get more damage on your frenzy skills, because as that is your main dealing skill, damage dealing skill is your frenzy damage. And then with my belt, to gain all the effects of the ruins for this particular build, the frenzy attack. And you can see I've augmented it with vitality, as I didn't get vitality as on this particular item. I got the life percentage, so which isn't that bad, but it really helped me with getting my life up to at least 723%. 723,000 lives, so which is really not too bad. That's more or less what I would say you should aim for. So basically I've also pushed that up with Paragon, a little bit of Paragon points, that also helps a lot. With body armor, you'll see there again, like I said, 130% resist all, which is not too bad. Try to aim for resist all, and as you can see I've also put in gems for more resistance. And for my leggings I've also pushed for more strength there. I could have pushed for resist all, but I really prefer this particular setup that I've got now. It's like more resist all gems than strength gems, which gives me a little bit more damage output. On my other ring, yeah, this one was really tough to get a perfect roll. So, and again, I would love to get this in ancient so I can augment it. So you need this compass rose going with the traveler's pledge. So those two work together to negate damage and also increase damage. And then for the braces, you'll see that I've got cold skills as my main damage dealer, which isn't too bad. And also, again, I can augment this item. And for my helmet, last but not the least, you'll see here I've got resist all instead of vitality, and then again, like I said, augmented with vitality gives me that extra boost to be able to you know, survive a bit better. And then also reduce the cooldown of all skills gem that you can put in there. So okay, so that's basically my setup. I hope you can go back onto the video and just check everything, double check everything. And now I'm gonna go through the paragons. You'll see there I've got at least 3,640 strength and then 1,120 vitality, which really helps with, you know, this helps with damage and that helps with more survivability. And then all my other stuff is maxed out as normal for this paragon level. So let's get into it. I'm going to explain how I play and then how it's possible for me to survive a 112 Greater Rift with this particular build. But how you normally would play this is that you need to understand that your effects on all the mobs kind of like degrade, or how shall I say, it doesn't last as long as normally. So if you would stun an enemy and you keep on stunning the enemy, it wears out after a while, and that works on every mob. So that means from elites to trash mobs, and so you can't stay at one point and keep on fighting at that one point, because then you will start getting more damage and you will die faster. So keep on moving now and then change your tactics every now and then. So you'll see here when I start playing, that is basically what I'm trying to do, is to avoid getting that fatal damage to get you killed, and then obviously that won't make you make it possible for you to progress through the Great Rift. So, and then other thing is try to also keep an eye on your skills, like the cooldowns, your threatening shout as well, and with Wrath of Berserker it helps you get through the damage. For example, this one gets you all the ruins for the Wrath of Berserker, which helps you to get that other ruin that negates 50% damage while in Wrath of Berserker. And I also normally try to get my Fury as high as possible before I start the Rift, so I can start off with at least a bit of Fury. So let's get into it. As you can see, it's a bit tough to get out of that damage, so I'm rather just gonna carry on. Like I said, it's just better to move on, don't stay in one point, and just try to get as much as possible done without getting too much damage. these things that knocks you back. It's really annoying as they charge you. Finally, we killed that stupid elite. Okay, but basically it's straightforward. You just need to keep on moving. Like I said, these things that knocks you back annoys you because it cancels your charge and can't really get things done that way. Normally I would run Nemesis to get more elite stats, to help you get through the rift faster. But it's not needed to get Nemesis on, well, for me, exactly, to get Nemesis on a 112 Great Rift, because I mean, it's already a bit high for me, for myself. But you see, that was quite easy, quite an easy elite pack to get down. Didn't really get me killed that much, and it was like, if you get them killed in a much shorter time span, it also helps you negate damage, because I mean, like I said, your effects of stunning and freezing wears off after a while, and that's when you run into a bit of trouble. And then also what I wanted to mention is that don't really go for like whatever you can get in terms of weapon use. Like I don't remember what that other weapon's name, but you get cold damage on it, and then you also stand a higher chance of freezing elites or enemies at least. That weapon helps. But try to get that in primal or like ancient. But this engine weapon really helps a lot. So with cooldowns on the skills. So I wouldn't normally focus too much on trash mobs, but if it's like a big group like this, try to get through it as quick as possible. But normally you would want to look for elite backs to get more time on your Great Rift. Otherwise you won't be able to make more time. But as you can see, I'm not really taking as much damage as what you would expect, but it's doable. I mean, just like I said, try to keep to those principles, keep your items more or less the same as mine, and yeah, play with the same tactics, and you should be fine. I mean, you see, this is already too long for me to stay here, but I'm very greedy trying to get the elite packs killed, you know, as quick as possible. But as you can see, it's arcane, so it's definitely gonna waste me. Almost died there. So you saw I went through that arcane. So basically the reason why I didn't die there is because I used the Fierce Charge build, and the Fierce Charge skill helps you to unlock that property on the Band of Might that I've got in my cube, which I forgot to mention as well. But having Band of Might helps you to negate at least 80% damage as you use Ground Stomp. There's the other one, Fierce Charge and Leap, I believe. So that also helps to negate damage, which helps a lot. There's another lead back. Almost didn't make it there. Damn it. Yo, that was close. That was a close one. Yo, I survived that Bolton explosion. That's really tough. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, having Band of Might also helps quite a lot to negate damage. I should have showed that as well in the beginning of the video, but I'll go through it at the end when we finish here. But it's really, it's not a hard build. It's not tough to play this particular frenzy build, but however it is tricky if you do not completely understand the full extent of this particular build. There's not many elite packs in this rift, or am I just not looking in the right places? It's really stupid. I need to get more elite packs to get my time up. But also, no worries if you don't have many elite packs. What's great about this build is as well is that when you face off against the Rift Guardian, it really it's really easy and quick to kill the Guardian. That's what I love the most about this particular build, is that you don't spend too much time to fight the boss at the end, which was really annoying to play with a whirlwind build. It's really annoying. That's really tax, yeah. Should have known. This knockback is really messing up with you. So I'm trying to negate that arcane damage. Okay, let's see, where is this Guardian? Come on, boy. Salty Pool. Okay. See the damage dropping very quickly. Love it about this build. So there we go. And that is how you do a 112 Greater Rift with this build. So basically, I'm gonna go over my cube items, and then you'll be able to see exactly what to do there, and as well as my legendary gem, so that you also make sure that you do not make a mistake there. So in the cube, I've got this item for the frenzy stacks. I've Got this one, Depth Diggers, for increased 100% damage, and got this one, the Band of Might, to increase damage negation of at least 80%. So that really helps a lot. Like I said, the Leap, Ground Stomp, and Fierce Charge, which helps to unlock that Rings property. And then together with this one, you get that ruin of Wrath of the Berserker. So if you go into Wrath of the Berserker, can't really show you now, but anyways, Wrath of the Berserker has a ruin that's got the ignore 50% damage, which is included in the ruins that you get from this bracer. And then with the legendary gems, you'll see I've got the Bane of the Stricken, help with the Rift Guardians, the Rift bosses, to get them down as quick as possible. I've got the Bane of the Trapped, helps with trash mobs and whatever you attack, like even the Rift Guardians, it increases your damage against any enemy. And I've got this one, which is the Simplicity's Strength. Yeah, so that is it. Make sure you get your gems as high as possible, get your Paragon levels as much as possible into your strength and vitality, and you should be able to get 112 Greater Rift done and dusted. It shouldn't be hard. I mean, even according to Riker, he said that you can push your this build up to maybe from 134 to 150 even, as I remember. So yeah, this is really powerful build, and it's really worth playing it. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.